What's up, everyone? Before we dive in, I need to ask you something wild. If you could put $10 million on the table right now and watch the world's best female golfer play against the world's best male golfer, who are you betting on? Because what I'm about to show you is going to completely change how you think about this question. I'm talking about Jeeno Thitikul versus Scottie Scheffler.
I do have no expectation about myself.
She just broke a 22-year-old scoring record that people thought was untouchable. He literally had the best golf season in over a decade. Both are number one. Both are rewriting history. But here's the twist. I'm not going to give you some boring statistical breakdown. Instead, I'm taking you through 4 different realities, 4 actual scenarios where this match could happen. And by the end, you're going to tell me who wins. This isn't what you expect. Let's get into it. All right, before we jump into the scenarios, you need to understand who these 2 players actually are because the numbers are absolutely insane. Jeeno Thitikul, 22 years old, from Thailand, just became the world #1 female golfer, and when I tell you she dominated, I'm not exaggerating. She averaged 68.681 strokes per round this past season. That broke Annika Sorenstam's record that had stood for 22 years. Think about that for a second. Annika is a legend, one of the best female golfers ever, and Jeeno just surpassed her scoring average. She won over $6 million in a single season, won back-to-back CME championships, which is the LPGA's season finale worth $4 million to the winner. This girl is ice cold under pressure. Now Scottie Scheffler, he's 28, world #1 male golfer, and his 2024 season. It might be the best season anyone's had in modern golf. He gained over 3.0 strokes per round compared to the field average. That hasn't been done since at least 2010, probably longer. He won 9 tournaments worldwide, including 2 majors. He won Olympic gold. He earned over $62 million in one season. That's more money than most people will make in their entire lives. And he's been ranked #1 for over 150 consecutive weeks. The guy is a machine. So when you put these 2 together, you're looking at 2 players who are absolutely destroying their competition. Both breaking records, both winning everything. The question is, what happens when they actually face each other? Let's find out. Scenario 1, the Augusta exhibition. Picture this. It's April 2026. Augusta National Golf Club, home of the Masters, announces something that's never happened before, an exhibition match. Jeeno Thitikul versus Scottie Scheffler. Winner takes all, $10 million on the line. 1 round, Sunday afternoon at Augusta. The golf world loses its mind. Social media explodes. ESPN clears their schedule. Everyone wants to watch this. Now here's the setup, and this is important. They're not playing from the same tees because that wouldn't be fair. Scottie plays from the Masters tees, which stretch the course out to 7,510 yards. Jeeno plays from the championship women's tees at 6,600 yards. That's a 910-yard difference. But here's the genius part. They end up hitting similar clubs into the greens. It's designed to be fair. First hole. Tee olive, par 4. Scottie steps up first. The crowd is roaring. He's won the Masters twice. This is his house. He knows every blade of grass. He absolutely crushes his driver 310 yards down the hill. Perfect position. Jeeno steps up. Now, she's never played Augusta in an official competition before. The pressure is enormous. Cameras everywhere. Millions watching. She takes a breath and hits her drive 265 yards, dead center of the fairway. Perfect contact. They both walk up to their balls. Scottie has 165 yards to the pin. He hits an 8-iron. Jeeno has 165 yards from her position. She hits an 8-iron. Same club. That's exactly what the course setup was designed for. Fast forward to hole 12, Golden Bell. If you know Augusta, you know this hole has destroyed more dreams than any other par 3 in golf history. The wind swirls, the green is tiny, the water is right there waiting. Scottie hits first. He takes a 9-iron and lands at 18 feet from the hole. Solid shot, not amazing, but safe. Jeeno's turn. Now remember, this girl has been in 5-hole playoffs. She's won $8 million in back-to-back pressure situations. She's made clutch putts when everything was on the line. She pulls out her 9-iron, makes a smooth swing, and the ball lands 12 feet from the cup, closer than Scottie. Hole 13, Azalea. This is where the Masters really begins, the par 5. Scottie can reach this green in 2 shots because of his power. He bombs his driver, then pulls out a 5-iron from 240 yards and launches it onto the green. His ball rolls to 25 feet. Eagle putt coming up. Jeeno hits a great drive but can't reach in 2. She makes the smart play, lays up to 100 yards, then hits a wedge to 8 feet for birdie. Strategic golf. Scottie lines up his eagle putt. He hits it solid, but it slides just past. He taps in for birdie. Jeeno steps up to her 8-footer. She drains it. Birdie. They're tied. Now we're at 18, the final hole. Holly. They're dead even. The tension is absolutely insane. Both hit the fairway off the tee. Both have 145 yards to the pin. Identical distances. Scottie hits first. His ball lands 15 feet from the hole. Good shot. The crowd applauds. Jeeno is standing over her ball. She knows this moment. She's the one who made the final birdie putt to break Annika's record. Maximum pressure. She swings. Her ball lands 10 feet away, closer. Scottie lines up his putt for the win. He hits at perfect speed, but it lips out at the last second. The crowd groans. He taps in for par. Jeeno has a 10-footer to win $10 million. She reads the putt from every angle. She steps up, makes her stroke, and I'm going to let you decide. Comment right now. Does Jeeno make it and win, or does she miss and we go to a playoff? Scenario 2, reality check. Okay, let's get real for a second. That first scenario was designed to be fair, right? Adjusted tees, similar clubs. But what happens if they play the same course from the same tees? No adjustments, just raw golf. Let's say they play a championship men's course, 7,200 yards, Masters setup. Here's the math, and you can't argue with physics. Scottie averages over 300 yards off the tee. Jeeno averages 255 yards. That's a 45-yard gap on every single hole. Over 18 holes, that's basically 810 yards of total distance difference. In practical terms, that's like giving Jeeno a 7 to 8 shot handicap before they even start. The result? Scottie probably shoots 66. Jeeno probably shoots 72. Scottie wins by 6 shots. But here's what makes this scenario interesting. After the round, they sit down together in the clubhouse. They're both exhausted, both competitors, but there's mutual respect. Scottie says, you know what impressed me the most? I led the PGA Tour in birdies this year, but I also made the second fewest bogeys. You did the exact same thing on the LPGA. That's what separates champions from everyone else. Jeeno thinks about it and says, but how do you handle being the favorite every single week? You walked into every tournament as the guy to beat. I've seen your betting odds. Sometimes you were 5 to 1 just to win. That pressure would crush most people. Scottie smiles. You won back-to-back CME championships worth $8 million total. You understand pressure just fine. And that's when it hits them. They're not really competitors. They're mirror images of each other. Scottie is the most consistent male golfer on the planet. Jeeno is the most consistent female golfer on the planet. Scottie broke records with his 2024 season. Jeeno broke a 22-year scoring record. Scottie won a tournament after being arrested at the PGA Championship. Jeeno won after 4, putting the previous week. They're both champions in every sense of the word, just playing in different worlds. Scenario 3, the dream team, new scenario. What if they don't play against each other? What if they play together? Best ball format. Scottie and Jeeno team up against Xander Schauffele and Nelly Korda. Number 1 male and number 1 female versus 2 other world-class players. Now this would be incredible to watch. First hole, Scottie bombs his drive 315 yards. Jeeno hits hers 265 yards in the fairway. Scottie has a 9-iron into the green. Jeeno has a 7-iron. Scottie's approach lands 20 feet from the hole. Jeeno's approach lands 12 feet away. They use Jeeno's ball because her accuracy is insane. Hole 7, par 3. Scottie hits first, lands at 18 feet. Jeeno hits 25 feet away. They use Scottie's ball because it's closer, but here's where it gets interesting. Jeeno reads the putt. She's elite on the greens. Scottie strokes it based on her read. The ball drops. Birdie. That's the dynamic. When Scottie's hitting it well, Jeeno supports. When Jeeno's dialed in, Scottie supports. Scottie went 40 consecutive rounds at par or better this year. That's consistency you can't teach. Jeeno averaged 68.681 for an entire season. Together, they're basically unstoppable. They win the match 7-6. It's not even close. Maybe the real question isn't who's better. Maybe it's what could they accomplish together. Scenario 4, the truth. Final scenario, and this is the most important one. A reporter asks Scottie, "Could Jeeno beat you in a match?" Scottie responds, "I just want to play golf. I don't really think about where I rank among my peers or in golf history. I'm just trying to get better every day." Another reporter asks Jeeno, "Do you think you could compete with Scottie?" Jeeno says, "My family is my first priority. Whatever ranking I achieve, whatever tournament I win, as long as I can take care of them, that's what matters to me." And there's your truth. They're both number one, but they're number one in completely different worlds. Scottie's world. He gained 3.28 strokes per round in 2024, the best performance since at least 2010. He plays against the deepest men's field in golf history: Xander Schauffele, Rory McIlroy, Colin Morikawa, Ludwig Aberg. These guys are world class. He's been number one for 150 weeks straight. The pressure never stops. Jeeno's world. She averaged 68.681 and broke a 22-year record. She plays against Nelly Korda, who won 7 times this year, Lydia Ko, who won Olympic gold, over 150 world-class female players. She's also number one. The pressure is just as relentless. Different games. Scottie plays 7,200-yard courses. Jeeno plays 6,400-yard courses. Scottie hits an 8-iron from 175 yards. Jeeno hits a 5-iron from 175 yards. But the mental game, identical. The dedication, identical. The clutch gene, identical. So here's what we should really be asking. Not could Jeeno beat Scottie, but what can golfers learn from both of these champions? From Scottie, his approach play gained over 1.5 strokes per round. That's on another planet. His consistency is legendary. He went 40 consecutive tour rounds at par or better. Think about that. From Jeeno, her 68.681 scoring average broke Annika's 22-year record. Her mental toughness in playoffs is elite. 5-hole playoffs, back-to-back CME wins, clutch putts when millions are watching. She represents family values and gratitude. Both are champions. The honest answer. All right, you want the real answer? No sugarcoating? Here it is. If they played from the same tees today, Scottie wins 95 times out of 100. The distance gap is just too massive. That's not disrespect to Jeeno, that's just physics and biology. No debate. If they played from adjusted tees with a fair setup, Scottie still wins 70 to 75 times out of 100. His 2024 dominance, his experience at the highest level, his mental game, it's all-time great stuff. He's one of the best ever. But here's what really matters and why this conversation is actually interesting. On Jeeno's absolute best day, when she broke that 22-year record, when she won $4 million under crushing pressure, when she made every clutch putt in a playoff, could she beat Scottie on one of his average days with fair tees? Absolutely yes. And that's not disrespect to Scottie, it's respect to Jeeno. The real answer is this. Golf isn't about one round, it's about consistency over time. Scottie maintained over 3.0 strokes gained for an entire year. That's unprecedented in modern golf. Jeeno maintained a 68.681 average for a full season and broke a record that stood for 22 years. Both of them are defining their eras right now. Both are making history. So the question we should actually be asking isn't who would win. The question should be, aren't we lucky to watch both of them? Scottie is having one of the greatest runs in golf history. Jeeno is inspiring millions of people while breaking records. They're both making the game better. Conclusion. So there you have it. 4 scenarios, 4 possibilities, 1 truth. Greatness doesn't need comparison, it needs celebration. I want you to vote in the comments right now. Pick one. Scottie dominates if you think Scottie wins no matter what the setup is. Jeeno could win if you think Jeeno has a real shot with fair tees and her best golf. Both are legends if you think this whole comparison misses the point. I want the match if you would genuinely pay money to watch this exhibition happen. Here's what I need you to do before you go. First, subscribe if you want more golf content that actually makes you think differently about the game. Second, comment which scenario was your favorite: Augusta, the reality check, the dream team, or the philosophical one. Third, share this video with your golf buddies and get them in on the debate. Fourth, smash that like button if you respect both of these champions. Final thought, Scottie just wants to keep improving and compete. Jeeno wants to take care of her family and give 100% every time she plays. 2 number 1 players, 2 completely different paths, same dedication to greatness. That's what makes golf beautiful. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.